Buenos dias, Rajen, and thank you for joining us today at Business Spotlight Series. Today, I am very excited to introduce Rajen Lavingia, founder, CEO of FitMe Limited, transforming the way of shopping garments. Welcome, Rajen.
Thank you, Javier. Really appreciate it.
So, Rajen, I am very excited to know a bit more of what you do and for how long you've been doing it.
Sure, I would be happy to explain. We are developing an app to help online shoppers find correctly fitting garments. We started this app. We started developing this app about 3 years ago, and it is still under research and development stage at this stage.
Okay. And how did you come up with this idea? Because you've run a number of businesses, and how did you come up with this?
Fantastic question, Javier. We came up with the idea based on our personal experiences. I used to travel to the America every other week for work when I used to work for a corporate. And during one of those trips, I decided to buy a few clothes for my wife. When I came back home, they didn't fit her. So I felt a little embarrassed that I could not find correctly fitting clothes for my wife. So on the subsequent trip, I returned those garments and got another set of garments, but from a different brand and different size, thinking that because I've changed the size, now they will fit her. But when I came back, they again did not fit her. So I felt extremely ashamed, and I felt that I am the worst husband out there in the world who cannot find correctly fitting garments for his wife. And so I started doing a little bit of research, and I found that there is a big problem out there in the fashion industry. As you change the brand, the garment sizes change. And as a result of that, I had at the back of my mind some sort of a way to solve this problem. And during the COVID crisis, when everyone was under lockdown, shops were closed. Shoppers were not able to go to the shops to try the clothes on. And we said that how about during this time, we find a solution where people can scan themselves using their own smartphone from the comfort of their home, get their body size, and based on their body size, they can get the correctly fitting garments. And that's how the idea came, and that's how we have started during the height of the COVID lockdown period.
That's brilliant. And are you considering, at the moment, you're focused on women's garments? Once the technology is there and you're close to connecting the dots, as you mentioned before, I guess this could be applied to men's garments, different type of garments, upper body, lower body, and so on.
That is correct. We are developing our technology in such a way that it can be reshaped to fit any and all different types of garments. In fact, we are adapting our technology at the moment as we speak to allow people to find correctly fitting shoes based on the size of their feet.
I've been there. I've been there. Yeah. Wonderful. And the thing is, I mean, most women enjoy shopping. Most men hate shopping. And I'm one of them. So if I can do all my shopping online, and some of the garments, I really want to go to the shop because to get the right size. But so anyway, the application of what you are doing is just universal, really. It's fantastic.
It is, yes. So we are specializing ourselves as the measurement specialist. That way you can get the correct body measurements, and we can then give you correct garment sizes as well.
Yes, brilliant. So what was your the biggest challenge you've had, building this business? So
There are two sets of challenges that we had. One was developing a technology which would allow us to scan the end user their body correctly, and so that we can provide them accurate body measurements. We have overcome that challenge and we have developed the technology so that users can scan themselves accurately. So that part is solved.
Mhm.
Second stage, which is then to connect those body measurements to garment sizes. And at this stage, we are looking for connections within the retail industry, and we are looking for volunteers to take part in our research so that we can now connect those body sizes with the garment sizes. And therefore, ultimately, we can allow, or the users have that flexibility of shopping online without any stress that what they will receive at the end will fit them or not.
Brilliant, brilliant. Um, and in terms of looking to the future, what are your aspirations for the business in the next 5 years?
Fantastic question, Javier. There are two different aspects that we would like to solve while we are at this we are trying to solve this problem. Number one, we would like to help the retail industry cut their rate of returns. Thereby, we can reduce the environmental waste and we can save money to the retailers. So that's number one. And number two is helping women in their well-being and in their in their health. The reason I'm mentioning women's health and well-being is we are focusing at the moment specifically on bras. More than 80% of the women wear wrong size bras. And wearing a wrong size bra leads to neck pain, back pain, and shoulder pain, which is a significant problem for women, especially with bigger bust size. Our target at the moment is to help women wear correct size bra, and thereby we can reduce their pain and we can improve their health and well-being.
Okay, okay. And in terms of geographical, obviously the business is online, but targeting different markets. Is your focus at the moment the UK, or how are you approaching your reach, your outreach?
At the moment, we have started with UK, but our technology has no borders. It's a borderless technology, can
Correct.
be easily implemented across the borders to the US, to rest of the Europe, Asia, worldwide. So our technology is borderless.
Great. What's if you could? What is the one thing in your head? What is the one thing that if you got, it would fast track, your growth?
A connection with a retailer will definitely fast track our growth.
Okay. Great. I've talked to a number of people who are in technology, software related, who are pre-launch, and can you share with us a little bit your experience in launching a business from scratch, where it needs funding, the obstacles you have, and so on?
Well, business is never a straight line. When you start a business, it appears pretty much a straight line. But when you actually start the business, you will have more troughs than picks. And once the business actually starts picking up, then you will start to see some picks. But otherwise, it's generally lower lows, lower highs. But when the business starts picking up, then you will see higher lows and higher highs in your business. So it's not a straight line. It's not an easy life to start a business, and you need to be ready for that.
Yes. And on that note, what would you recommend? People who want to run their own business, but they are not. They are still incorporated, or yeah, and they want to run their own business, but they are kind of, shall I not? What would you say to them?
Be ready for ups and downs. If you are not ready to take the stress that comes with the ups and downs in the business, then it is better not to start the business. Be ready to be let down by your near and dear ones who you might want to be banking on to help you, to support you. but they may or may not support you. So be ready for the unthinkable things.
Yeah, definitely. It's never a straight line. I like that. Great. What so if you think of success, who comes to mind? Do you?
My parents come to my mind for the as a first for raising me the way I am.
Yeah, I identify myself with that, I have to say. Yeah, that's nice. That's very, very nice. And is there a book or podcast you would recommend people that you've read or listened to that says, wow, that's helped you in your journey?
Not at this stage, unfortunately, no.
Okay. And well, I'll just say one of the books that really changed my life in a way was this one, Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you've
Oh,
heard
yes,
it,
yes, yes.
Robert Kiyosaki. And when I read this book 18 years ago, something changed here, and I went into investing in property, and it's so that's the power of reading, the power of reading, listening, watching, learning, because it changes in your head.
Long time ago, I read Who Moved My Cheese?
Yeah. Yes. I read it.
When I was working the corporates,
Yeah.
in my early days of working for the corporates,
Yes.
I read that, which certainly helped me understand
Yes.
a
You
lot of
have
things of working for the corporates.
Yeah, and to keep moving, who
Yes.
moved my cheese? You wake up in the morning, hey, what's happened? Where are my customers? They're gone.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay. So if you started your business again, I mean, you've run a number of businesses. If you started your businesses again, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? Good question. Very good question. I would. Let me think. I would probably I would. It's a difficult one. It's a chicken and egg sort of situation. But I wish I had more funding sourced out before starting my own business. So I think that is definitely something that I would do differently compared to what I did when I started out.
No, that's a great point because growth sucks cash, and many people underestimate how much money is required to get something off the ground. So that's a great share. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
And then finally, do you have any advice for your 18-year-old self?
Not at this stage, no.
What will you tell
Probably I will have it more when I will see some success in 5 years' time. Then yes, I will certainly have some more advice for my 18-year-old self. Yes.
Oh, come on, it's what will you tell yourself? You're 18-year-old. It's there must be something there through your journey, either business, personal development.
Okay. What I would say to my 18-year self is that work in the industry that you want to start your business in for at least 10 years, learn the trade, and start the business at a young age. Do not wait for your later life to start a business. Start the business as soon as it is possible for you to do so, but not before working for 10 years in that industry. And because that will teach you what is required to succeed in a specific business.
Brilliant. Rajen, just to finish, do you have any news or offers? Well, offers, I mean, you haven't launched yet, but any news or events coming up that you want to make people aware?
We do not have any planned events at the moment, but we are certainly looking for volunteers to take part in our research. So those who would like to participate in our research, please get in touch with us. We would be happy to have your help, and because that will help women throughout the world. It will help retailers cut the cost of returns that will help the planet from heating up the way it is. We would be, because by cutting the rate of returns, we are significantly reducing the wastage. Because
Yes.
more than 50% of the returns that you send back to the retailer, that goes to the landfill or that gets incinerated. So it's a staggering number of items that you send goes to waste. So
Yes.
cutting the rate of return will help save the planet. So what we are building is a green technology. Please help us, help you, and help the planet.
Brilliant. Well, Ryan, thank you so much it's been a pleasure really having you today with us in Business Spotlight and sharing your experience in your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Javier. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.